Oh, I got that. I got that. You good, cuz?
Nah, he ain't good. Cameras off.
What? Welcome to the show with DeMarco and Kayla. Deep dive into life twists, see you later. We got questions, got thoughts, no hesitation. Why we like this now is your destination. Pop culture, trends to daily grind hustle. Breaking it down, talking truth, no muzzle. You feel lost, sometimes we gonna navigate. Letting you know it's never too late. Why are we like this now? Gonna figure it out with a pow, pow, pow. DeMarco and Kayla taking the bow. Join us on the journey, we'll show you how.
This happens every time, Tommy. Happens every time. What's going on, y'all? It's Marco, aka DeMarco, here for another week of Why Are We Like This Now podcast. I'm here with my lovely co-host Kayla. Kayla, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Man, I'm here.
Living?
I am living. I am living today. So we are recording on a Monday, so it's kind of weird to say it, but today is the tournament. So depending on what time this comes out, the tournament's already going on. So don't think we're not talking about the tournament because the tournament's not happening right now. But before we get started, I do want to say that I will announce it tomorrow, which you'll see this before the we are doing a challenge for the brackets. So if you want to win some money, you got to beat our brackets. So we are giving $50 out to anybody, and I think that it only has 25 brackets, but you go to ESPN's TC Tournament Challenge, and you search Why Are We Like This Now. It'll be in the link will be in our bio at IG. I'll see if we can put it on YouTube, but in the IG it'll be there. And the limit's only 25 people in there, so y'all go get a bracket in, win some money, let's watch some games.
There's no paying.
And yeah, there's no paying. You don't have to buy anything to do it. I don't even think that's legal anyways. I ain't a casino. And if you end up winning and you tie with somebody else, you're splitting money. It's $50 total, so don't think y'all gonna all get $50. $50 is what it is. So we broke over here. We broke.
Someone needs to take me to dinner.
So hopefully I win, so we won't have to pay this money. So, but I'm excited. March Madness is finally here.
Yeah,
it means it's good weather. It's good weather. St. Patrick's Day was St. Patrick's Day today, but it was a whole weekend. What did you do? You do anything for St. Patrick's Day?
I didn't.
No celebration, no nothing, no green.
Usually I go out. Or nothing? Usually I go out and just drink a lot. But I mean, there's been times where I drank the entire day and then the entire next day, and I was just fucked up the whole weekend. But no, this weekend I just stayed in and I just relaxed, and I don't know, I just needed some me time by myself, so I just kind of did that, and I just cleaned and just did boring stuff.
Boring stuff is usually good.
Yeah.
It's never filled with regret.
All right. Yeah, that's very true.
Because I'm on a 3-4 day bender right now. I'm still feeling it. I didn't really drink today though, but I've been drinking since Friday. I had a friend come in town, and I called it being dirtbags, because we was dirtbags all weekend. Dirtbags on a dirt trail, because cool thing about my friend is that he does a lot of working out too, so it's we did almost I think 14 miles with the whole weekend in the trails. Then every night we went and drank and just do dirtbag shit, holler at girls and whatever. I mean, if his girl's watching this, it was only me. If his girl's watching, it was only me hollering at girls. I'm just saying. I don't know. Hopefully I didn't get him in trouble. But other than that, we had fun. I mean, they had a whole.
Yeah, but he gave up his phone, right?
So what do you do? What do you do? So okay, are you let me see your phone type of woman?
No.
No?
You've
never said, hey, let me see your phone?
I'm not a snooper. No, I'm really not. I just don't really if someone's on their phone, I'm like, what's going on? I don't ask them to see it. I never see anybody's phone. I just don't care.
Okay, so the other way around. If you're dating a guy and he comes to you and he's just like, let me see your phone right now. Whether you're doing something or not. What are you saying? You gonna let him see your phone?
No. Not unless he's paying for it.
I'm just saying you're just gonna tell him no. You're gonna be like no.
I'm gonna be
Because
like,
to me that sounds like you're guilty. You're guilty.
I'm gonna be like, why do you want to see my phone?
Well, it doesn't matter why I want to see your phone. I just wanted to see it. But now I feel like you're doing something and you're guilty. So what are you hiding?
Then I'd just be like, I'm hiding nothing. I don't know. I never had come across that yet.
Really?
The guy
All the toxic relationships you've been in, all them toxic relationships you've been in, not one time it came up.
Well, yeah, I did. The guy I was dating, he was just like, because I get a lot of notifications at night because I'm because of Instagram and just, I don't know, life. And then my phone goes off like constantly all night long. So I put on Do Not Disturb usually. But I forgot to one time, and I was over the last person's house that I was dating, and he's like, wow, a lot of people are trying to get a hold of you, huh? And I'm like, I don't know, it's just notifications.
Funny way to say it. It's just a funny way to say it.
And then he's like, so who's texting us? And I'm like, I don't know.
Us.
I don't really care.
What the fuck is us?
I don't know. That's the second time I've heard that, so.
That's funny.
I'm like, dude, no. Not until someone pays for my phone am I going to let them go through it. Because if you really don't trust me, then see you later.
When it comes to the phones, if you're gonna search through a phone, you're gonna find something. Out of context, you just don't know. I have another buddy that their relationship, him and his wife, they have a good relationship. We actually had this conversation about that, and if you go looking for something, you're gonna find it. Whether they're talking to another girl about something or it's the same. You're going to find something. There's going to be a picture or something that maybe you joked about and you don't know the context, and it's just like, wait, what did you mean? You know what I mean? And so if you're going to search, you're going to find, and it's just a bad deal. Now, unless you kind of know about somebody or something, and then you're like, hey, I just need to see if it's there. And that's all I'm looking for. I don't want to search the phone. I don't want anything. There's a certain girl or a certain guy that I think you might be talking to, and that's what they go looking for. Now, me, I don't want to look at a phone. Like I said before, I did before. I went through, like, I was never that jealous guy. I never was that, but once you get to this certain point of, I don't even know what got me there. Looking at text logs and your call logs and everything like that, and all of a sudden found out your passcode, and it's like a disease. It's like a disease.
Yeah.
You want to catch it. That's what you just never tell yourself, or you don't know that it is, but you want to catch them. But at the same time, you don't want to. You're snooping around, trying to catch them doing something, whether they are or they're not. Mm-hmm. But it's a disease, and it's just what's the whole point of even trying to be with somebody even with this? So that's what I'm saying.
That's why
I never did it.
That's why I
never did it, and I just did it that with that one relationship, and I'm like, man, I'll never do this again. Like, why? What was the point? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I just don't, even if it's someone I'm with, like, I was married for 10 years, and, like, we were together, like, for 12, and I could count on one hand how many times I've looked through his phone to snoop. And that's that many years, like, and that was probably in the very beginning. But no, I didn't really snoop the entire time.
I don't know what it is. But
I just don't, yeah. And like you said, it's a disease, and I know it is, so that's why I don't just, like, they say women are, like, the best detectives if they want to find something out, because they'll figure it out, But it's like, I just want to trust the person I'm with. I just want to, like, be like, okay, like, I trust them. Like, I want to start with trust rather than start with untrusting and then finding all this shit, like, that I might not want to find. Like, right now, like, the guy that I was dating, if I went through his phone, I'd probably see all kinds of crazy shit in there. Because he's dated, like, forever. And he hasn't been in a relationship for years. So who knows what I'd find in there. And I've been single for a year. So honestly, I don't even know what's in my phone.
Well, R.I.P. because you said the guy I was dating.
Yeah, we're together. I
We're
guess.
not getting in your personal life. I'm just saying what you said and how you said
Yeah, we broke up like last
it.
week, like right after we taped the last episode. So like probably like sometime after Monday. So it's been about a week since we've been broken up. I broke up with him again because I don't know. I just
But
wasn't feeling it.
I'm saying, but shouldn't be a reason if you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it, and that's okay.
Yeah, I
But
still like him a
like you
lot.
said a while ago, like I don't know what it is. It's just like I can't trust, so I don't know. That's why I feel like I'm probably gonna be single for not forever, for a very long time, because it's like I can't give nobody the benefit of the doubt. I always think that you're up to
Ulterior
something.
motive.
There's always an artillery motive, and that's like
Yeah, and see, like the thing is, I want
just
someone to
thinking about
like
it.
me for who I am. You know. So I think that's like part of the reason. Like I just really want someone to like want to like to crave me, to like want to be with me. And I just feel like that wasn't happening.
Oh, okay.
You know.
So like, that's the thing is that like everything can be good. You can like them, they look good, everything like that. But if they don't give you that, then
Yeah, and it was just weird. So I was like, I broke up with him, and then we haven't really been talking. We've been talking on and off. Like I think today is the first day that we have not texted each other at all. Not even once. Not one time. He blocked me on everything, so except texts. So
well,
I don't know. I don't know why guys block girls. They block us for everything. I know why girls block.
but somebody said that was sassy. Somebody said that was I saw that online somewhere. It's like blocking a girl is sassy. No, it protects your peace. If I block you, I'm blocking you because it's protecting my motherfucking peace. Which they're nowadays it's weird. Because like before, whenever I was, you're dating and stuff, like when you break up with somebody, that's what you're supposed to do. I thought that's what you're supposed to do. I don't know about blocking them, but you unfollow them, you don't talk to them, any of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I saw that somewhere they're saying that you have to almost like it's a story, like, or like it's a movie, like you got to see how the movie ends. Did they get with somebody else? Did you know what I mean? Like
I
you don't.
saw that.
And so I still haven't been in a relationship, but like there's girls that like I'll have been with, and we'll kind of get in a little argument, and I'm like, okay, well, I guess this thing gonna work or whatever. Even if it's not an argument, it's just like, okay, this ain't gonna work, and then we just don't like. That's whenever you're supposed to like remove them or something. But I've seen it, and they're like, but that's the thing. Once you start another relationship, let's say you started a real relationship, like these people are still your friends that were never really your friends. They were like a romantic partner, and now you're in a relationship, and these people are still your friends. Because I mean, and that's what I'm saying.
That makes sense. Oh, sorry, I kicked the table. That makes so much sense because honestly, the other day I asked him, "So are we gonna be friends or what?" And he's like, "No. Why would I want to be friends with you?" And I'm like, "Why not? Because that might make things better with us." And he was like, "Well, why do I want to hear or know about you fucking other guys or being with other guys all the time?" So maybe that's why he blocked me.
I would think the same thing. So that's what I'm saying. I don't fault that man for doing that, but at the same time, that's what I'm saying. Like it's weird because I've been single for so long, and I say that I'm new to this, but at the same time, I'm new to the new world of what things should be, and so I'm like, I don't know if you're supposed to continue to follow people or not. But like I said, let's say you get into a new relationship and he didn't block you, you're in a new relationship, everything is fine, and then one day he tries to hit you up because they think that they can still hit you. That in my mind,
That
I feel
happened
like
to me.
like people feel like they still have access to you just because they follow you doesn't mean they have access to you, but that's what it looks like, and that's the message you're sending. So I'm with that man. I mean, fuck him for not being with the coolest person I know, but I agree with him.
Yeah, I guess so. I just never thought of it like that because I usually like when I stop dating someone, I kind of just let them go and I'm like, okay, they'll date who they want. A little bit of jealousy happens here and there, but like not jealousy like, oh my God, I hate them. Like I don't want them to be happy. It's more like, oh, like I'm glad he found somebody, but what am I? kind of thing.
And that's a weird little thing too, because that happens to me with girls that I haven't even hollered at or haven't, like, I've seen them and I think might think that they're pretty or something, or they'll say something to me and then I'll see that they're with somebody and I never wanted to be with them, but you're still like, I wonder if I should have tried, because like, now they're with somebody and you're like, maybe I should have tried a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not even a jealousy thing. I don't know what it is. It's
Yeah.
like a weird feeling of like, dang, you're not single anymore. But
I
I
am.
don't know.
Yeah. And I'm like, how? How am I single? Like, I'm so nice and all of this stuff, but it's like, at the same time, I am a little toxic. I'm not gonna lie, but
A little.
no, I mean in the way that I want, like, my man to be my man, kind of, and only mine.
Well, with that being said, I want to show. Let's react to this video because it kind of goes along with what I want to talk about next.
One, go, 3, 4.
So if you don't know, that was this man. That was this man. This man right here. This man is Neo, and now he has 3 wives. So that video has gone viral. It was showing his 3 wives give him good luck before the concert. And it's like, I just had to post this. I had to show y'all this because it's just funny to me that this guy, we're truly in the end of times is what I read. Eggs are $10 and there's sharing this guy. Can you share?
I've seen eggs more than $10. I've seen, like, at Stater Brothers, it's like it's more. It's like 12. I've seen like 14.
That's California prices. Here in Texas, it's not that big. It's not that much.
I seen even higher. But anyway.
Anyways, can you share?
I didn't even know he had 3 wives until you told me about it.
Yeah, I think a couple years ago, everybody was like tripping about something. I vaguely remember that he had, like, his baby mama, he had got a divorce, and I don't remember why everybody was mad about it.
I remember that.
And then now he, like, got into this, what is it, Polly want a cracker. Yeah, and now he's in this poly relationship, and he probably gonna get his ass beat. I'm just playing. But that's what I'm saying is that, like, I read that he sees them kind of like one a week, and then like and then then they're together sometimes. So like one a week, and then a couple of days where they're together sometimes. Like, they have this whole, like, schedule set out of, like, who has them when and when they have them, and
Yeah, so those kind of relationships, they do. It's and they also have it scheduled, like, when they have sex together, like when they, like, trying to make babies, like when they're trying to, like, do anything, like literally anything. They have, like, a whole schedule planned out. And usually, I don't know if they do it, but I've seen, because I've watched, like, documentaries, like, on, I think, Netflix or something, and just because I was interested, and like, it showed that they had, like, scheduled, like, times where they went out all together, all the wives with the husband, without the kids, and they would get a sitter, or they would have one of the wives watch all the kids, and they would go out, a couple of them, or something like that. I don't know. It's like there's, like, so many different parts to it. I don't know.
So could you
I don't
share?
want to share my
Could
man.
you do that? You wouldn't do that?
No, fuck that.
Why not?
Because I don't want to share my man all the time.
What don't you want to share? Like, the whole package? Or, like, is it more of a sexual thing? Is it more of an emotional thing? Is it, like, what can't you share?
It's, for me, I feel like it's more emotional. I feel like once you get to a guy's emotions, that's when you get him. I don't think, because guys don't think, like, they don't really think about who they have sex with necessarily. A guy could just go to the club and have sex with some random girl. Girls are a lot different. They think more with emotions. Guys think more with,
I don't know.
the other head.
I'm celibate, so I wouldn't know. But
I know, me too. It's been like, what, this Saturday will be 8 weeks, 2 months. And I had a boyfriend, so.
Dang. Mine's been years, so.
No, it hasn't.
You don't know. You don't know. Anyways,
No, but
but
I
that's what
just
I'm saying.
kinda-
So like, and on one hand, I think, man, you have all these women, like, from a guy that grew up with women. You know, my dad had to go to prison, so I was with my mom and my sister, and then my god sister, and then somehow I ended up having daughters. So I've had women my whole life, and women cannot get along. So how they're making it work, I don't know. Women can't get along worth shit. No matter, even if they get along for a good while, there's always something that happens. But
Well, they don't live in the same house usually.
exactly,
Either.
that's what I was gonna say. But
Oh.
whenever I read that of how like it's just like it's almost like a part-time job, and so like it's like, oh, okay, so nothing ever gets boring, because it won't get boring. Everything's new. What did I say last time? Only thing better than good pussy is new pussy, and he's got something new every time. Well, I guess it's not new after a while, but I'm just saying like if you have the whole like thing, so like one probably cooks better, another one probably does, you know, handles his affairs better as far as like his, you know what I mean. And I feel like if you have a good little like rotation, like I don't see anything wrong with it. Like I don't know.
Oh, I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't care. People could have like 16 wives. I don't really care. It's whatever they want to do. That's just not what I would choose for my life. I don't want to share my man emotionally. I don't want to share him sexually unless I say so. So, I don't know. That's just me.
Didn't you just say you weren't toxic maybe about 10 minutes ago?
No, but I mean...
Sounds pretty
like,
toxic to me.
No,
Sounds
toxic
pretty
is more
toxic to
like
me.
going through their shit or doing or yelling or getting
No,
crazy.
this
and
is
stuff.
a different type of talk. This is fucking mine.
Yeah.
Nobody can have them.
But I'm his too, right?
I guess.
I'm only his. I mean, it doesn't mean he can't talk to girls at work or people at work or whatever he does, but like it just means I don't want him to share like emotional stuff with other people. I want him to want to depend on me for things like that. And then sexual, I mean, yeah, stuff can get boring, but that's when you spice it up. You figure something out.
Honestly, I don't know. That to me, I don't know. I guess whenever they're probably all tested and everything like that. Because I was gonna say, that sounds gross to me. Like the juice is flowing on everybody else's. I don't want to talk about that right now, but like it's kind of weird. It is weird. Like yeah, it sounds like as a guy, sometimes you're like, oh yeah, that sounds like something you'd want, but at the same time, it's when real life hits, it's a little different. So I don't know. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how long it'll last. Sometimes things are gimmicks, but at the same time, like he hasn't really been open up. Like it hasn't been like a gimmick. Like he's only been like saying
In
it.
the
So I
spotlight?
think it might be worse. Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't really know much about it. So yeah, I agree. I don't think it's a gimmick. I think it's just how he wants to live his life and how he's happy.
So that's a no, all the way 0. But the other way around, what about the other way around? Could you have more than one dude? Like we're talking about it, just wives. So what if you had 3 husbands?
In trouble trying to juggle people dating. Yeah, I know. It's like, like, isn't there like a lot of
Hey,
posts?
you're playing God dang. I thought Atari only had 1 controller. No, you got 3 controllers.
No, that's not for me. No, I just want one person. Even just dating in the past year, like talking to multiple men, like different times of the day or different days, like it's just overwhelming. I just don't like it. And that's why I kind of took a pause on dating, because I was just like, and that's when I found my boyfriend.
And so like, well, you sent me one the other day that it was like two husbands, and they were gonna meet the new boyfriend, and we both kind of said like, they look weak. Do you know what I mean? They look weak, like waiting for this. But at the same time, I'm thinking of this like, yeah, sounds gross. I gotta share my woman with another dude. It's disgusting. But I don't have to hear from her for a week, maybe 2, because she's gonna be over there. and then like come back and like it's like a part-time relationship. You know
But
what I
what
mean?
if he's doing the same? What if he has another girl?
Who?
One of the guys. What if they have another girl on the DL while she's visiting another guy for a week?
We never thought about that. Like one of Neo's wives could be
Or that, yeah.
secretly having like another person. I don't know. That's just sounds like I don't know, some type of fucking tree like this. Like I don't know.
I only thought of
that
that
works,
because that's
but-
just how people are nowadays. I know the real polygamous relationships. I don't know if I said it right, but I know those real relationships, they don't actually have another person. It's just the male. And he can just pretty much come in the house anytime he wants. They kind of live all like near each other, like in the side of a rock. I saw one that was like kind of like almost like cave looking houses, and they all live like near each other, and the guy can come in anytime he wants, but he usually just stays with one girl for 1 week, another girl for another week. I think he has 3 wives. And then the girl that has the 2 husbands, and then she was getting another one where the guys were waiting. I don't know what their deal is. I didn't watch that episode or that season, but I was kind of interested in doing so, but I haven't watched it. But when I was watching them get ready to meet the new guy that she had met, like the new boyfriend, they looked really like jealous. They didn't look happy about it.
They had already built this camaraderie by themselves, and they didn't want to add anybody else to it.
Yeah, so I don't think they're gonna say.
I mean, I think we're both at that age. I mean, this is the reason why are we like this now? Things have happened. We're seeing this, like things change, but I guess you and me both agree that like we're just more of a traditional type of people. Like, this ain't flying, and this is not gonna fly. Although I'm not opposed to trying something new, but I mean I'm gonna be single anyway, so let's try something.
It's looking like I'm gonna be single too. Nothing's working out for me either. I hate this. I hate it.
Well, you just gotta go back on a date.
No,
which makes me want to let's look at this other thing here. So.
What's a date? What you spending on a date?
$300.
Average date.
$300. $300. I think that's a good date.
I mean, take it. I take my steak and shake.
I get a $75 steak. She get a $75 steak. She go to drink or two. Let's just say each drink is about $15. That's 30. We at $180. My ginger ale ain't gonna cost but like $7. That's $14. Maybe we get some sides. I give them $300 plus. Let's just say the meal costs $200, $225. I go ahead and make it easy. Give them the rest of it in a tip, and then I get a valet $40, $50 for the car. So I'm out $350.
His face.
Are you expecting something after you spend that?
Most of the time they take Uber, so they going their way. I'm going mine. I ain't in no situation. What?
Shit, come here. Right here. I ain't got no baby sugar. If you ain't got no baby sugar, you can't come to eat. I'm not getting that understood right now. All that. Hold on, my mama texted me something wrong with my son. Let him die. Come be with me. Let him die.
Oh, come on, dog.
All right, I had to show that last part there so you could see who it was. That's Bubba Dub, and
Yeah.
I want to make sure that they get tagged and things. But so before I get your reaction, I just want to say that the first thing is that this is also a difference between I'm not counting another man's pockets, but I'm more than 100% sure that Shannon Sharp has way more money than Bubba Dub has. So that there's a difference there. But you go on a date, how much you expect? And I know you're not paying because I know we're traditional enough that you're expecting them to pay. Which I know how women think. It's like you're still gonna have it with you. You're gonna be like, hey, just in case something happens and I have to fucking leave. Here's my motherfucking shit and get the fuck out of there. But how much you expecting the man to spend on a date?
Honestly, I don't even know. they ask me to pick a place, and I'm like, oh, I don't know, like, what kind of food do you want to eat, or what do you want to
The
do?
motherfuckers you fucking with it. What do you mean pick a place on the first date? On the first date, you have to be ready. Like I don't know where to go, but I already know that hey, we're gonna have a good time, and I'm gonna pick the place. I am not asking unless like it's one of those things that like cause like I'm new to the area, so like the one thing I'll say is be like, hey, you want to be my tour guide, or I'll say some stupid shit, but like so they make you pick.
They always ask. They always ask me. I have not had one guy say, meet me here or let's go here or anything like that. Never.
Which is another thing. Okay, you pick the place, right? That's whatever. So you got to pick the place.
Usually it's sushi.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Is that like code for going raw? Just
I can't even with you.
So they pick the spot. They pick the spot, and like as a gentleman, I want to pick you up, but I also don't want to be a fucking creep, and I don't want to ask you, hey, where do you live, so I can go pick you up. So what is the protocol? What do you do? Do you say, hey, I'm gonna meet you there? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Do you expect them to be like, hey, let me send an Uber to your house? No, because even at that, it's the same shit. They're gonna fucking ask for your address. So what's the protocol for you?
So right now, I'm not allowing people to have any access to where I live, mostly because that's like my sanctuary where my like kids are and my whole family, and it's just not cool for me. So
honestly, it's like one of those things that like when if they do say it the first time, I'm like, dang, you don't even know me, and you're already asking me to be at your house. Anyways.
If it's someone I've been talking to for a while and I already plan to stay the night with. I'll meet them at their house, or even sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just meet them at their house and then we just go in their car, and then, you know, if it's more convenient, if I have planned to be in the area or near their area or whatever. But most of the time, to be honest, I just meet them at the place.
But I'm the same as the woman though. Like I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like I'm so paranoid to shit. Like I don't want to know. I don't want you to know where I live either. And I know that it's better for the guy than the girl. So. But I guess it really depends on how the date goes so you're not meeting me at my house. We're gonna meet at wherever, because I have to have an escape plan just in case. Just in case I gotta have an escape plan. So like if you're like, hey, you know, some weird shit happened, I don't have to fucking ride home with you and shit. So
yeah, I just don't want anybody to know where I live. Like
it's also been years since I've been on a date, so that's why I'm asking these questions.
Yeah, the only reason why the guy I was just dating knew where I lived was because he was a cop.
Fuck the police. Anyways.
Yeah, I know.
Both ways. Anyways, sushi. So you get to the sushi spot. So the sushi spot you pick, what's the price like? What's it looking like?
They're like, so say we get like 3 or 4 rolls between us. I don't eat that much, so I eat maybe 1, but like full 1. But like the guy usually eats a lot, so we order a lot. There's always leftovers, but like they're usually like, it's a pretty nice place that I pick. When I pick this place, I've picked it a few times. I've brought in a few people to the same place, but it's like 20 something, around $20 ish a roll. So it's like. So if they get
sushi to me is expensive. I'm not gonna say it's like expensive, but I'm saying like even the cheap sushi spot is gonna be. I mean, it's not gonna be $300 expensive, but it's it's still gonna be pretty high. So like you're getting drinks because you're gonna get some drinks, and then you get sushi honestly I feel like sushi is a good date because sushi is one of those things that like it's not so messy. You know what I mean? And then. But you get a dude like me that I don't know how to use chopsticks, so
I don't either.
I'm like, let me grab a little roll. I'm like, you know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
no,
you should just grab it with your hand. And I'm like, yeah, I'm grabbing it with my hand.
Use a fork. No, but
Hey, you gotta know first date exactly who I'm gonna be, because I'm not gonna be anybody else. I know I'm trying to impress you or trying to give a first good impression, but Hey, I'm sticking my hands in the raw.
Oh, wow. No, most guys actually know how to use the chopsticks. They ask me, and I say, no, I'll starve if I try to use it. So then I ask for a fork, and I always get a fork. But when I go there, I don't drink alcohol. I always drink like water or something, or lemonade or something. I don't know. I just feel like it kills the flavor of the food.
But
I only like alcohol
but you'll have the alcohol after though. I see what you're saying, but you'll get it afterward, right?
not at those places.
Okay, so you're already expecting this is the first date. I come, you tell me to meet you, or you're gonna meet me. We get there, we finish our sushi roll, and then you're testing it out to see what are we doing? Going to a bar, or what are we doing?
Well, sometimes they'll ask. They'll be like, okay, what do you want to do now? Do you want to do something, or do you want to go home, or and then sometimes I'll just be like, yeah, let's do something. And then they'll be like, you want to go? Like one time I went on a date and a guy was like, oh, let's go to Newport Beach. So I was like, okay, it's a beach, like a popular beach here, like not where I live, but like a little further. And so we went and walked on the beach, but he drove his car. So I left my car there and he drove us there.
At what time did y'all go to the beach?
It was that late.
Go to the beach at night?
No, just to like walk around and talk and get to know each other. It's like that. That was the only time though.
I guess I'm not around the beach, so I don't know.
To
me, it sounds like you're going to a park at night, and you're, because when you go to a park at night, you're gonna get freaky in the car. So it's like, I don't know. I guess I'm not. I guess I'm not a beach person because I'm not around a beach. So I didn't know that you people go and just kind of like walk around at night. I didn't know you could do that after they closed it.
Yeah, no, it's nice. It's actually really nice. The sand's nice and cool. Like the water looks really pretty and sparkly with the moon. But we weren't really like romantic.
So no drinking there either?
So for that one, no. But like there's tons of other restaurants I went to like that you drink that I just felt like drinking was the way to go. Like so it was just like we would have like I don't know, like some kind of food or like going to BJ's. I don't know if you have a BJ's there. BJ's Brew House.
Yeah, there is. You just can't say BJ on this motherfucking podcast.
That's why I said Brew House.
Not for me to be like, hey, BJ, whoa, raw sushi.
So like I went there. I took someone there, or I had someone go there, or a couple people go there, and I met them, and I got like food, and then we got like some beers, like or
that's what it sounds like. That's the date. That's what it sounds like to me. Like
that's more my type.
Like yes.
Yeah. If I go on a sushi date, it's kind of like I'm not sure.
So how much we spending here?
At BJ's?
Yeah.
Probably like, well, my meal is usually like 20, and then you get like I would say at least a few drinks there. So say they're like $7. I usually get beer, so say they're like $7 or $8. I don't even know the price. How much are they? Like $7 or $8?
Yeah, it depends, but yeah, I guess so. Shannon said $7 for a ginger ale. That's wild to me.
Yeah, because that should be like $4 max.
He's going to, like I said, his money is up. So that's why it's like, it's hard to ask him because his money is up. And then he's talking about, oh yeah, he didn't expect anything after the date. Like we all know Shannon had that. Yeah, he freaky, bro. Like we
already know that.
What I mean? We know that. But yeah, for
no,
me,
okay, so I think my total would be at the most like $50 per person. And then so it'd be like around 100.
100 bones.
How does that sound?
100 bones. I mean, I guess that's standard. I don't know.
I mean, it's California. It's the economy.
Yeah. So we going to fucking Applebee's, Chili's. We doing a 2 for $20.
But you're still paying quite a bit.
I know.
I mean, because we also didn't add it in like an appetizer. Do they eat appetizers? Do they want just food? It just depends on the person. Because I'm willing to share an appetizer with someone, like to an extent, like egg rolls or something. Like that's fine. But like, I don't know. I like to take my time on dates because I like to get to know the person. Really,
that's what I'm saying. Like, I read something the other day that they were like, "Oh, you're taking me to coffee on the first date." Because like, I honestly feel like I think it just really depends on what type of like thing you're having. Because like, I feel like if you take somebody to a coffee date, it's a good little date, but it's not really a date. It's like a appetizer to a date. It's like I kind of want to get to know who you are as a person first, and then we can kind of talk a little bit, and then it's almost like an interview. Like, okay, we should do this again sometime, or we shouldn't do this again sometime. That's like what a coffee date is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so like I think that's really cute. Someone asked me on a coffee date before, but then I didn't have time and then I stopped dating. So then I just never went with him. But I thought it was the cutest offer ever, but I just never went. So the guy that I was dating previous, like right now, like we just broke up, we never been on a date. Not even one.
So y'all been together?
So what happened was we met on the dating site and I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I accidentally swiped on you. And I was like, I'm looking for a relationship and I see that you're not. You're looking for like just sex, you know? It's pretty much what it means, like intimacy without commitment. And then he's like, oh, so I'm just an accident? And I was like, yeah, pretty much. And then we just started joking around with each other. And we were just being funny and like, you know, talking or whatever. And then one time he's like, do you want to come over and hang out? And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. Because we weren't like that, like sexual, you know? And then I went over and I like met him and I was like, maybe we are sexual. And it just happened like that every time. We just hung out instead of going out with each other. I just went over his house. And he's a cop, so I wasn't really scared to like, oh my God.
He didn't even ask for the ride around. Let me get the ride around. Man, let me get the fucking shit. I thought this was training day. I thought you was going to be in that motherfucker like Billy Hoyt. Like, I thought you was going to be in that motherfucker. I thought he was going to be Officer Alonzo talking about King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Yeah, no, Officer Pete, though, he is just a Mexican police officer. But he was just like my friend. Like, I just felt like he was a good friend. And then it evolved when we got there.
And that's why it's not working.
I didn't think about anything
That's
sexual.
why it's not working. That's why it's not working. I didn't do anything because what you like, and I don't know what he likes, but what you like is the traditional shit that we were just talking about earlier. Yeah. You like that traditional shit. You said it on the last episode or the episode before that you made him ask you out so y'all could be together. Like, you want the traditional shit. And so that's why it's not working, is because, like, he changed his mind. It was like, oh, damn, like, which is okay to change your mind. Like, dang, I really like her and this, I really want to do something. But then again, not really if you didn't do anything else after that and you hadn't seen them and you didn't go on dates. But that's what you want. You want the traditional, let's go on dates. Let's, let's go for coffee. Let's go bowling. Let's go, you know what I'm saying?
That's
let's
100%
go watch something,
what I want to do.
movies.
Because I even told him it would be so fun if we did stuff together. And he's like, oh, yeah, that sounds great. And then just nothing came of it. And I'm just like, I was so tired of just never seeing him. Like, I'm like, how am I going to be 7 weeks without having sex with the person I'm with? You know, like, well, at the time it was 6, but now it's 7. But, like, I was just like, that's a long-ass time. And I was like, I get it. Like, if he's having sex with other people, like, it sucks, but it is what it is. Like, we're in a new relationship. Like, I mean, I can't really...
That's what we talked about last time. Like, when do you stop doing that? But at the same time, if you ask somebody, you don't. So...
Yeah, but yes, he did, but at the same time, we weren't, like, consistent. And so it's like, he said that he wasn't with other people and that he can't be friends with me if we're broken up because he doesn't want to see me with other people or know that I'm with other people. So he started trusting me because in the beginning, he wasn't trusting me.
Typical police officer.
I would go out and
Lies.
he'd be like chain calling me like 100 times.
Typical police officer. See, I'm telling you.
But now he doesn't do that.
What, is he coming from the top ropes?
No, it looked like my curtain was falling down or something, so I was like making sure. I have huge windows in my house, so I have to have like the curtains all the way to like the ceiling.
But yeah, I mean, so I think that's why it's not working, because you want the traditional stuff, and that's what is not happening. So you didn't even get to do the how much to spend, because he didn't have to spend to win. He just won.
No, and the thing is, I never planned to be with him. Like, I never planned anything, like, with him. It was just more like, okay, because he was just like, I was like, okay, I'll go with your house. And he's like, well, what made you change your mind? I thought you wanted something more. And I was just like, nah, whatever, one more can't hurt, before I get in a relationship. And I just meant one more guy to be. But I don't know. And then he started catching feelings for me. Well, and vice versa. I did too, obviously. But, like, And then he wanted me to be his girlfriend and not be with any other guys. I'm like, what the hell?
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what, see, I'm telling you, it sounds exhausting to me. And that's why, like, I don't know why I've given up hope, and so, like, I already know and it comes to anything, like anybody, like if I'm talking to a girl or something happened, I know I'm the problem. I know I'm the problem because I'm exhausted. Everything sounds stupid. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I don't know. I'm not spending $300, but at the same time, like, I get how he did because, like, it's like, where are you gonna ask to go? So, like I said, you go to a restaurant. I think that's about right, about the $100. Now, I don't expect anything after the date. I don't. I mean, I want it. I'm not saying that I don't at the same time, but I mean, what am I here for? What are we doing? What are we really doing? Because that's another interview. Like, I can't be like, hey, we're gonna be together, and then we finally get together after 6 months, and shit's just like, it's trash, and you're just like.
So that's another thing that I need to talk about, is that I had experienced both ways, where I had done it with someone like before getting to know them, and it was amazing and it was perfect, and then getting to know them was great too, which is the guy that I was just with. I also got to know someone really, really well, and I liked them a lot as a person, but then the sex sucked so bad. I was just like, I can't teach anybody to do this.
That's what we talked about the last episode. That's what I'm saying.
Almost 40.
Like, there is a sexual compatibility, and even though he might be good at sex with other people, and I don't think it's an actual, like, somebody was bad and nobody was bad. I just think it was like, it's one of those things that it's just not there.
Well, that's why I said the sex, not he or me was bad.
Yeah, that's what's crazy, and people don't understand that. Yeah. Yeah, because first thing a guy's gonna say, because they're so one track minded, was like, oh, was it not big enough, or was it, you know what I'm saying? Because it's always about size, and it's like, I knew it. See, that's what I'm saying. It's always about size, and it's like, bro, it's not always about size, bro. It's not. And real freaky ass people know. I mean, I read that somewhere. I'm not a freaky.
Honestly, for me, it's like half about size. Like, I would say halfway, like, it's about his size, and the rest of it is all just us, you know, like, not like half of the whole sexual act, just like half of like him and how he does is half is his size. Just like half might be for a guy to a girl saying it might be that she doesn't get wet enough.
That never matters.
Okay, well, some guys like it wetter, so I don't know.
I mean, yeah, but I'm saying, like, that's what's so crazy is that like guys, like, if they had a problem with you know, some type of ED shit, or you know, they had whiskey dick or something, that, you know what I'm saying, like, you can't do nothing about. I mean, if you don't take a pill or something, you know what I mean, like, guys really have real problems, and women, like, you can just not be there, and we could just be like, okay, hey, so fucking, hey, does Diddy have any leftover baby oil? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? And you just get that oil and you oil it right up. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what's crazy. But yeah, like I said, it's just a compatibility thing. And if you're not there, you're just not there. And so.
Yeah, no. And that's why I said the sex instead of him. Like, I know, I don't say they were bad because they were good to someone else. It just wasn't good for me. And that's just how I felt. And it wasn't just him. It was both of us, because obviously if I'm not enjoying myself, he's probably not.
Which is the hard part. That's what I'm saying, is that, like, it's a date is an interview. You're interviewing them to see if this is what you're going to want to do. And then, but you also you have to do the sexual interview as well. But that's what's so hard about it, is that, like,
it is.
You know, is that, like, was the interview, like, the date, was it all lies so you could get into bed with me and now you're done? Do you know what I mean? And
yeah,
so,
and for me,
because that's another bad thing about it too, is because I have been that guy that we went on a date, we had sex, the sex was trash, and I was just like, I don't want to do this, but it makes me look like I just was the hit and quit guy, but I wasn't. I'm not the hit and quit guy. It just wasn't there. It might not even been the sex. It might have been the date. But at the same time, like, it wasn't there. But now all of a sudden, I look like the hit quit guy. And so I'm like, you mean you can think whatever you want to think, you know what I'm saying? But
Well, and it happens the same way with women. Because they're like, oh, were you just being a hoe or I just wasn't big enough, was I? And then they're like, well, you told me I was big enough. And I'm like in my head, like, you're turning into a psycho for one. Like, because I never said anything about the size. I just talked about how the sex wasn't the best. And I've had guys who were like, no, let's do it again. I'm gonna do a better job this time. I was doing this. Like, I've heard guys say like, oh, I was on roids, like, let's do it again. I was losing my breath. I'm like, dude, like, I can't, like, that's not what this is about. It's about, like you said, the whole compatibility, which is what I'm going to use.
This is good combos, though, because I've never heard, like, it's just so, it's the excuses are funny. Right? I mean, it's just funny. I don't know.
Oh, because it said roids.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's a real issue, though. It's a real issue. I have friends that do it, and we've talked about it, and it's like it's a real issue. But it's funny that they would tell you exactly what the issue is, but that's what I'm saying. And then it's always like, oh, I'm not big enough. I've never asked a girl like, hey, well, was it big enough or was it the size? I'm like, no.
I think I've only run into that problem one time, that it wasn't big enough. But, like, it just wasn't, maybe, I don't know. We did other stuff, and it was good, but...
You gotta compensate. You gotta compensate for it somehow. So, yeah. But that's what I'm saying is that, like, so, I don't know. We are where we at now, and this is just the way it is.
Why we're like this.
Why are we like this now? That's just it, so I don't know. All right, let's move on to this next video and see what this one is about.
Do you have any kids?
No kids. My ex had 4, so I'm trying to. It's kind of big number.
Why'd you pop?
I know it's an unpopular opinion, but me, I typically don't like dating men without children, especially after a certain age. I just think it's weird, you know. And I have a child, and I love children, and God only gave me one, so I want to be with someone who has children. I've never dated a man that didn't have children. Deal breaker than the average woman.
Gotcha.
So a man without children is weird to you?
After a certain age, yeah. I feel like after a certain age, you don't have no children. You're strange to me. You know, like nobody owed you. Nobody took them genetics. You know, like I think it's strange. You know, so it's a personal preference.
Okay. Good. And why did you pop your balloon?
As she talked a little more, I thought about the fact that I don't want any other. And I do only have one kid, so I think I would rather someone who had a kid already, just because I don't have any more, and I wouldn't want to date anybody who didn't have kids because they probably want kids.
Gotcha.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, so with this one, I'm gonna say that a lot of times when I'm dating, like when I've been dating in the past year, like on dating apps and stuff, I have been more into trying to date people with kids as well, or profiles that I see that says they don't want kids, because I can't have any more kids. I already had surgery to not have kids. There's no reversing it. I'm almost 40 years old. I'm done. I already had the kids that I have. Like, I'm willing to, like, blend families. Like, I'm okay with that. I'll love their kids just as much as, you know, any other kids, but I'm not having any more kids, and I don't want them to try to put that on me and, like, use it against me later either. So I get the one that pops second, that said, like she doesn't want any more kids, and she wants someone with their own kids or whatever, but I would ask him first, like, hey, straight up, like, are you planning to have kids? Do you want kids of your own? Then I would pop it if he said yes, that he wanted kids.
A stepdad is a guy that you wouldn't want if you didn't have kids. You as a woman, like, a stepdad is always I'm a professional stepdad, but I'm a good dad, I'm telling you. But what I'm saying is that, like, if she had no kids and he had no kids, but he was gonna be the stepdad, she wouldn't want him. She'd be looking somewhere else. Now she have to look for a dad quality into this. Like it's just like I don't know. I feel like he knew what he wanted, and that's what I'm saying. I really hate these balloon shows. I really do. I don't know why.
I watch them so much though.
I know it's good. Like it's like old like reality TV show content.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's kind of
And
what
so
it
like
reminds me of.
so like sometimes I don't know what's real and what's not real, and I think that's the reason why I hate watching it. But things like this one, that like it brought up a a good convo because then it's like I see what she's saying, I see what they're saying after a certain age. I wish they would have said how old he was because then she was like after a certain age, like yeah, I got kids of my own, and you want kids, and it's just like. Sometimes dudes don't want kids, but okay with being a stepdad too. You know what I
And
mean?
that's fine. That's perfectly
So
fine.
that's what I mean. Like he said, his ex had 4, and he just was like, let me see what else is going on. You know what I mean?
So the cop that I was dating, he actually he's never had kids of his own, but he took custody of his nephew and his niece since they were like 3 years old, and now his niece is like 12. He had full custody of them because of family situation or whatever. And he was a good dad to them, because he was pretty much their dad and their uncle at the same time.
sounds like good stepdad qualities.
But he told me straight up, because I told him, like, from the beginning, like, not from the beginning because we weren't, well, from the beginning because we were talking like friends. And I was just like, yeah, I've been just looking for people that don't want kids because I'm not having any more and I can't have any more. And there's no reversing, nothing. It's like, I'm not having kids. And he was just like, oh, yeah, I'd never want kids. And then I was just like, okay. And then I was just like, but I have my own. And then he's like, oh, yeah, I don't mind dating people with kids, but I just don't want any of my own. He's like, I've had kids since I was like 3 years, since my niece and nephew were 3 years old. And like, I just don't want to have kids of my own. I've already passed that. He's like, I feel like I did that all through my 20s. And he's like, I don't mind being like in someone's life, but I just don't want my own kids.
I feel like that's the only way that I'm probably going to be in a relationship if I accidentally get somebody pregnant. Forced. But that's what I'm like, I don't know. I've never really met somebody that didn't have kids. You know what I mean? Most women now, especially our age, I mean,
yeah,
how many women can you meet that don't have kids or even have one kid? You know how hard it is to search somebody that only has one kid? You know what I mean?
No, a lot of guys too. A lot of guys our age, like I would say about 35 and beyond, like, and that's what I was kind of aging him at, above 30, 35 and above, but you never know. I mean, with her saying, well, by that age, I would assume that was around the age that he is. But yeah, no, like anybody like 35 and up, they pretty much have kids, or they don't want kids. There's been a few that were like 39 and said that they wanted kids, and I was just like, nope. No, thank you.
Which I mean, I get it because like that's what I was just about to say. Is that our time is ticking. Our age right now is just like you're at the end of the rope of you better have one soon if you really want one, because if not, then
it's not gonna happen.
Time is ticking and it's not gonna happen. So, I mean, I guess for men can have kids till they're 60. You know what I mean? Swim or swim.
Yeah.
And so. But that's what I mean. It's just like I don't know. I just never really thought about it. Like if I really like you, then I like you. And now I'm not gonna be with you if you have 6 fucking kids and shit. And that's another thing is that like you can say, hey, I have 6 kids, but 3 of them are already in their 20s, and you know what I'm saying. Like you don't really have 6 kids. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, you did really have them, but like, no, like which ones am I gonna have? Which ones are gonna be this might be the stepdad? You know what I'm saying? Like which ones are at the house still? Because like, yeah, you can have 2 kids, 3 kids, but once they're out of the house, like you don't. I mean, they're yours, but they don't count.
They don't count as being stepdad over. Yeah. Like I tell people I have 2 at home. And then that just kind of saves me from having to talk about the fact that I have an older daughter that doesn't live with me anymore. or she's
Yeah, I mean,
21.
and it's the same with me. You know what I'm saying? I have a 23-year-old as well, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? I say, yeah, I have a 12-year-old. I might even say it the way, like I just said, I have a 12-year-old and a 23-year-old. So like I didn't even think about it. That's a good way to saying it. I have a kid at the house.
Yeah, I say I have a
at
couple
home.
kids and a couple dogs, and then that's that's what I say. But if I see a guy's profile and it says 4+, I'm like, no.
Working, you motherfucking rabbit. A motherfucking rabbit.
I'm just like, no, it's okay.
Yeah. But, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's just like, we are here. Things happen. Things have happened, and it's like, why we like this now? And this is why.
Every single thing we talk about leads to why we're like this.
Why we like this now. That's why we named it this. I think we're here at the end of this episode. You got anything else?
Oh yeah, that's no, I don't. I really don't. Except it's March Madness, so
Do not forget.
Sign up for the bracket. I already did mine. I did it today. Or
You
no,
did it Monday.
I did it Monday.
This comes out Thursday.
I did it on Monday.
Yeah, so you did it on Monday. Yeah.
I was really excited.
Yeah, I think because they have that, like, I think on Tuesday and Wednesday they have like the first 4 in, which it doesn't ever really matter. So as long as y'all do it today, which I'll announce it tomorrow on Instagram, which is Tuesday. But ESPN Tournament Challenge, $50 to the winner. Split if you tie. March Madness is in full effect. It's a good time. I like it. I like it. Good beer drinking. Watch these kids, play. I like college basketball because they really they're not playing for. I mean, I know they have the NIL deals or the NIL deals and they were making money, but they really play their hearts out. Like, the tournament is one of the best things over there. So
yeah, and if anybody's watching it somewhere, let me know this weekend and I'll go with you.
That's what I was just about to say. Like, we're gonna be watching all day. There's some on right now. Like, we're gonna be watching, and if y'all are watching, let's get it. Shit. We might even try to maybe hook up on a live or something and see what we got going on. So, but that is our episode. I am Marco, aka DeMarco. This is my lovely co-host Kayla.
Bye.
Why are we like this now?
Bye.
March Madness.
Why are we like this now? Gonna figure it out with a pow, pow, pow. DeMarco and Kayla taking the bow. Join us on the journey, we'll show you how.